With a Hollywood-like ending to his thrilling fight against Alejandro Gonzalez, Andrew Cain had a display of character that, after everything was settled, raises questions more about him as a person and a lot darker than what any Hollywood script could conjure up. Let's talk about the fight and its happenings afterwards. On February 7th, from Liverpool, London, England, we had a chance to see a great featherweight fight between Nick Ball and Brandon Figueroa, in which Brandon stopped Nick Ball in the last 12th and final round. But on the undercard of that, we had a great WBC title eliminator, which took place against the likes of Andrew Cain when he took on Alejandro Gonzalez. These two fought this eliminator, and it was an opportunity for both men to put themselves in a position to challenge for a world title at some point in 2026. Cain faced Gonzalez in a way that many fighters look at things going forward. With his record of 14-1 entering the fight and 12 KOs, he was dead set on getting the job done. But Gonzalez, who entered with a 19 record win with 6 defeats and 3 draws and 11 KOs, was right there to try to get things going the same. The Mexican came out and it was a battle. They fought in the trenches. They fought against one another with supreme effort and challenge. So much to the degree that Gonzalez in the 8th round found a breakout moment where he dropped Cain, and Cain was in severe jeopardy when he hit the canvas. But it was close to the end of the round, and as Cain did rise to his feet, the bell was able to save him. But what we saw in this was the effort of two men as they went after one another. This fight was probably the fight of the night, even though Figueroa's win was the knockout of the night because of the stakes and it being a world title fight. But Gonzalez all but had Cain and had the fight locked away. But such as fate would have it, Cain, surviving the round, came back in the 9th, and the depleted Gonzalez, due to the infighting and body work that Cain was able to put in, he was worn himself, and Cain was able to get those shots in on him and had him in jeopardy. Now the tide and the tables were turned in a fight that was very Rocky-like. If you've ever seen the film Rocky or Rocky II, this is what we saw in this battle with these two men. Cain dropped Gonzalez, and then Gonzalez was able to rise within the count, but then as Cain swarmed him for a second go, Gonzalez crumpled near the corner and the fight was over just like that. Now, as I spoke about this being a questionable night for Cain, he did everything right in his match against Gonzalez, including pulling out the victory. Even in the post-fight ring interview, he talked about how he was trying to stay focused and strong and how they had worked in camp. But it was later, after Brandon Figueroa's victory in the main event over teammate Nick Ball that we saw things go a little awry. There was a ruckus in the ring after the fight was called when Brandon was getting ready to celebrate. People stormed the ring, and there was Cain amongst the crew that were team Ball, kicking at Brandon Figueroa's teammates and coaches, and it was totally unnecessary. It was one of those things where it incited the crowd, who began to throw debris in the ring, calling back memories of when Alan Minter lost his world title to Marvin Hagler in the UK. And Hagler and his people weren't even allowed to celebrate. They were run from the stadium. So this didn't necessarily break into that totally, but the climate was that way for Liverpool. And so Cain, along with Ball, he and his people were looked upon and frowned upon for those efforts. They were sore losers. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts about those events of that evening. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.